What's going on, everybody? Today I'm going to be showing you how to install some heated grips on your Yamaha FZ6. This is also going to be a bit more of a general overview of how to install heated grips with a relay. The most proper way to install heated grips, or any accessory on your bike for that matter, is with a relay. This means you don't add added strain to any existing circuit on the bike. If you don't use a relay, you have to pull power from a circuit. People often pull power from something like turn signals or headlight, which although aren't crucial, like they're not going to stop your bike from running if you overload the circuit and blow the fuse, they are important. So today we're going to add a relay to the FZ6. We have an additional circuit to power the heated grips and make this thing ready for the fall season. So you know what to do. Smash that like and subscribe button and let's go. So today we're working with Oxford heated grips with this little control unit. My heated grips and control unit are already mounted on the bike, but they're not wired up and connected to the electrical system. So if you're curious about how do you physically get these grips on, they're contact cemented on here. So essentially you'll take off your bar end, which is an Allen key in the end here, unthread that. Sometimes you can just grab it and twist it off. It's just threaded into the end of the handlebar. And then it really helps to have some compressed air to shove some air in between the grip in the handlebar attachment point. Or grab something really thin like a popsicle stick or just a long thin blade and shove it in here and try and cut some of the glue. Really just grab the existing grip, put some compressed air in there to try and blow the glue apart, and then twist it back and forth. If all else fails, you can cut the old grip off with a razor blade and then peel it off. As for the throttle side, it's a little different because it rotates on a sleeve. You want to be more careful with how you cut and remove this side, but it's the same deal. Remove the bar end, blow some compressed air in. You can also cut it off. Just be careful how deep you cut because it's only a plastic cylinder that this grip is located on. Now let's get into the electronics. For demonstration purposes, I'm gonna take apart the front end so that you can see around here. So I'm gonna take the fairing and the side pods off. So let's do that right now. Ta-da. Okay, understanding how to wire in the Oxford heated grips is rather simple, but let's go through it. You're gonna have one thicker wire that goes to a circular connection like this, and that is what goes to the controller. The controller is this thing up on the handlebar. That can power on and off the heated grips and can turn up or down the power to the heated grips. More heat, less heat kind of thing. So the circular one is your controller, this boy. Then you're gonna have another connector that comes out of the same side that goes to a white connector like this. The white connector is power to grips. You'll see it goes along and it meets two white connectors like this, and these each respectively go up to the grip. You wanna manage your cables efficiently. You can see we got one, you got this one, goes up here, through the handles, and right here. That's your heated grip to the right side, and then you've got another one, your heated grip to the left side, right here, joins the main cable harness. So these two you could consider are power out. Then the last one, which is the hardest one, which is the one we gotta focus on, is this power into the system. So you've got a fuse, which is obviously your power side, and then you've got a ground side. So all you gotta do is put power to here and ground to here. And we're gonna do that through the relay. Since we're not taking power directly from the battery, we need a trigger signal. To trigger the relay to turn it on to give power to the heated grips, we're gonna tap into the black and green stripe wire that leads to our left headlight. You can also find this black and green stripe wire down over here by the main harness. You see on the left side of the bike, left headlight, main harness. And then over here, you can see in the connection, we've got a black and green stripe wire. Everything on this end of the bike is going to be already fused and relayed. So this is past all your safeties, which is good. That means we're not dealing with anything pre-relay that's going to stay on or pre-fused that's going to short the bike somehow. So you want to tap in to this one here, black and green stripe wire, anywhere along this harness right here. Just cut back the sheathing anywhere you please and tap into it. You can use a power tap like this one here. This is used to power the light in my shad top case. It's just coming off some existing circuit probably for the brake light. So you can power tap into that green and black wire, and then you'll have your power. As for grounding the heated grips, I would just run a wire direct to the battery negative. You've got a hole in the frame that you can fish through here, put some protective coating on, and you can get a wire coming up in here so you can go to the negative terminal on the battery. Okay, so we got our relays wired up and laid out to explain it to you. So the first wire is your trigger wire. This is your black and green stripe wire coming from your headlight that you're gonna use to trigger the coil to close it and connect the other half of the circuit. This goes into pin 85, which is this right pin here. Next up, the power will leave out this side, which goes to battery negative, which is pin 86 on the relay. This left side right here. Now for the fun side, you have your battery positive, which is gonna go into pin 30, which is the bottom vertical pin there. Pin 30 and this battery positive wire basically provides your power that's going to go to your heated grip, which comes, your heated grip wire gets powered by this top pin here, which is pin 87, this one right here. So to go over the relay outlet one more time, we got trigger wire, and we got ground for the trigger wire over here. Down on the bottom, we got power in, and on the top, we got power out to the heated grips. I recommend when you buy your spade connectors, if you're going this route, you buy the ones with the insulated covers, because it's possible that one of these could touch and short out your relay, and that'd be a big problem. So don't be like me, get some insulated spade tips, and also use different color wire, because I got only blue, and that's kind of makes it hard to figure this out. Let's wire this in now. We got it all wired up. We got our power and ground going through the frame up to our battery. I just have it tucked under the terminal for now. I'll find a more permanent solution in the future. We've got everything wired in, but nothing is reassembled, just so we can make sure everything works before we put it back together nice and neat. So here we go. We're gonna turn it on, run the bike, and when we run the bike, we should be able to hit the on switch and get this light here to come on. Let's find out. Yep. Hey, we got it! And just like that, we have heated grips. That's a win. Once you've made a complete mess of everything like myself here, it's time to tidy it up. I'm gonna string this relay up here by this other relay on this bracket, probably give it a zip tie around it, and also make sure to weatherproof everything. Like this is not weatherproofed, it could also rub on the frame, so I'm gonna take them out, put some sleeving on it, get it all nice and neat in there, and put it all back together. And that's a wrap on the heated grip install on my 2007 Yamaha FZ6. Now, you don't have to install a relay to run the Oxford heated grips. Now, there's some contention around this because Oxford will tell you they have a battery management system that'll ensure that your battery never goes flat from their system. But the problem is the little controller here that sits on your handlebars draws a tiny amount of current even when the bike is off, just to like check the battery voltage and things like that. So if you leave the Oxford thing connected to your bike for like 2-3 weeks, it's possible it will drain your battery after that amount of time of sitting unused. It's recommended by most people that you put a relay in line to power this circuit so that you don't have that drainage problem, because once the relay shuts off, there's no power going anywhere. I hope this helped you out. I hope this gave you some insight on how simple it can be to wire a relay and just exactly how to do it on the FZ6. Please smash the like and subscribe button down below. Thanks for watching, and as always, have a good day.